Hey guys, welcome to For the Heart podcast.
Woo!
Yeah.
Episode 2, everybody.
Episode 2. Yep.
Number 2.
Looking forward to it. How you guys feeling so far? Like with everything?
Good, actually.
With
Yeah.
the podcast, yeah.
Yeah.
It's feeling pretty good. Like
It's not so jarring now.
it's very
Yeah.
fun filming and things like that. I'm just excited for it to be put out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah,
be
for
good.
sure.
This is being recorded before our launch, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're seeing this, you're from the future. Ooh, or whatever.
But we've been planning since we got back from holidays, and that was late August, early September. So
Yeah, like since
been a
September.
while.
Yeah.
been
No,
a
it's
while.
good. It's good. It's feeling more natural too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm used to seeing myself there and there.
Natural.
Cut that. You know, bang, bang, bang. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So yeah, episode 2. So I feel like we should maybe get a little personal. You know, we're having fun, but we also want people to, we want people to get to know us and whatnot. But I
Yeah.
also,
Transparency and all
yeah.
that.
So today I thought we'd talk about something that we all know and have experienced, some more than others. What are we talking about, Bradley?
This episode, everybody, is about love.
Love,
And love
Love.
languages.
relationship, and love languages. Yeah, we got a whole thing covered up. So I'll just pull it out. Let's
Bringing
see.
out the book, everybody.
Bring out the book. So
He's pulling
I got
it out.
props. So guys, what we have done is we have taken a quiz from this book, The 5 Love Languages. Now, this book, I own it because I read it a few years ago, because when I was going through a year and a half mental breakdown, basically, right?
Can confirm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can confirm
Yeah,
that.
confirm. I bought a lot of books online and read a lot of psychology books, and this is actually recommended by another YouTuber, and I just bought it. And I think it's good. It explains kind of like human affection and how did people appreciate different kinds of affection and whatnot, So, because I think there's been lots of times in relationships where you feel like you're doing something for a person, but you feel like it's not being reciprocated. Yes, that's the one.
That's
But you might not. It might not be that they didn't love you. It might be that their love language was different from yours. You know what? And that's
love
what
it.
it says.
I actually
It's
love
true.
it.
And because the love language, right? The love language, your love language is also how you express love. So, for example, I'm going to go through there's 5 of them here. I'm just going to read the chapter titles because they're pretty self-explanatory. So the first one is words of affirmation. That's pretty explanatory. And so if you like receiving compliments but you give them, the person doesn't like hearing them, that's a
difference in the love language.
yeah, and that can cause friction. And the next one, acts of service. So favors and doing nice things for each other and whatnot. You know what I mean? Receiving gifts. Ooh, little gifts. Oh, I have a little gift.
Oh my God.
What a gift. Yeah, also self-explanatory. Alright, quality time. Hey, if you want to laugh, just laugh. Because your laughter is your little gift to me and to the audience. Gifts. All right, we're getting distracted. Alrighty, the next one is quality time, and then lastly, physical touch. So those are the 5 love languages.
Physical touch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. So that is the 5 love languages, and they all explained extensively in the book. But luckily for you, we're not going to go through it. But what we have done is at the end of the book, there is a quiz about. Basically, you do the quiz and it tells you what is your love language. Now, before the show, me, Lee, and Bradley. Here you go, guys. I'm going to give you that. Show the camera. We have done the quizzes, and I've locked our results in these envelopes. And we're going to...
that camera can see it.
Yeah,
It's
you can probably see it. We'll just point at both of them. Yeah, you can see it. You
I
guys.
threw in a smile as well.
Yeah.
Truly.
Truly. Yes. So, we're going to set that to the very end, though. We're going to look at our results at the end. But for now, we're going to we're just going to talk about our experiences with relationships, I guess. So, let's start off, guys. What do you look for in a partner, or what would you like in a partner?
Oh,
Yeah, take your time. Take your time if you want.
Do you want to go
that's
first? or
all
you
right.
want
That's
me to
already a pretty loaded question.
That is, but we're here to answer the hard questions, Bradley.
Okay. Well, I'd say like the bare bones of it. I'm not like a very picky person, like when it comes to like preferences and things. But I am very picky about like if a person is like kind-hearted and like actually empathetic and all that, and has real feelings, and that would like reciprocate as much. Like I would basically look for someone that's as into me as I would be into them.
100%.
And I'm like, if I like someone, I'm like really, really into them. So just to have that reciprocated would be like good, but that's also not a like you can't just like reciprocate to the first person.
Exactly.
But just because you're getting them feelings back doesn't also mean it's still a good relationship.
Well,
yeah, exactly.
No, totally. Like, I would totally like someone
You
who
gotta
has
make
like
sure-
a similar interests to me and stuff like that. Someone to actually
you gotta make sure
play
the
video
relationship
games with, and
you could completely love a person and they can love you, but if the relationship's not good, you gotta have. I think. Well, that's
they have to have a great taste in music.
Well, it looks like we couldn't date them, Bradley.
Yeah, I know, right? Mister. I won't say how many songs are actually on your playlist, but it's infinitely
like,
lower than anybody else.
I was gonna check, but my phone's not in here. We'll find out later. But yeah.
What about you, Scott? What do you look for in a person when you're dating, when you're putting yourself out there?
Okay, so I guess what I really look for is like I really want, because I got a pretty busy lifestyle. I say, I work and I keep like myself busy for a lot of the time. I guess I do want a person that kind of has that going for them too. I want a person who has basically their own life experience, their own hobbies, their own whatnot, because you don't have to actually like all the same stuff. You know what I mean?
No.
Like if my chick had bad taste in music, then I would just stop listening to the music. I mean, not her. But well, yeah. No, but yeah, and I actually, because it's really good as well to get to know like a person and their life and what because that molds a person and whatnot. And then if they like, you're talking about reciprocation, if they feel that to you as well, like they actually are into that, then you kind of know that you're actually into each other because you're authentically yourself, but you're also really liking each other. So then you're like, oh my god, like this is real. And I actually, that's
Real?
Have you
real.
Have you been able to experience that?
Ooh.
Now that's a good question.
That is a good question, Bradley. Yeah, I have dated people. Like I've had a few long-term girlfriends, and I have dated people where parts of our relationships were like that, where we were fully supportive and reciprocative and everything. But then other parts of the relationship were almost the opposite.
People just shut off. They don't know how to talk. People just shut off, and then they don't talk, and then
and then maybe they're not happy with. Maybe they're not actually happy with what they have, but because you've been together, they try to just make it work because they wanted to, but it's just like fighting against the inevitable,
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's when communication comes in too.
exactly.
Yeah.
If you communicate all
honesty.
the way through, you might not hate each other at the end of it.
Yeah.
You're definitely gonna hate each other.
Even if you break up, you don't have to hate each other.
Yeah.
It's not like a rule. What about you, Lee? I'm very curious.
I don't know. I actually don't know at this point. I'm pretty happy being alone.
Alone. Oh yeah. Define alone.
My own time. On my own time.
Yeah.
On your own time. Yeah. I
And-
can, pee, poo, eat whenever I want. I can sleep whenever I want. I can work whenever I want.
Yep.
Literally. I can literally
Yeah.
choose when I can work.
But so think about how about this then? Think about the lifestyle you have now. Think about the alone lifestyle you have. You do all that. What kind of chick could you date that could fit into that lifestyle?
Someone who's logical, who has a logical brain.
Define. What do you mean by that? How would that work?
Just
I think what he means is like not being completely just like driven on emotions and stuff.
Yeah.
Like actually thinks about the
Yeah.
situation at hand and
Yeah.
where
When you
both
get
are
heated,
at.
what the best example of somebody is when they're heated. How do you react? Most people
Yeah.
just react angrily.
Yeah.
You gotta take 5
Yeah.
or 10.
But so, and when you say logical as well, like, well, you know, and this kind of like,
It's hard
I feel
to
like,
describe, but I know in my brain what I'm. Yeah.
I think I know what you mean, because like I kind of feel like that kind of relates to what I was saying, because like I said, I love being alone. I love going to see every Marvel and Disney movie, and
Super
when
Mario
as soon as it
Bros.
launches Super Mario Bros. I love like being able to stay up late and do what I want and eat what I want. But like, you know, so to get with it, but this is where communication and logic comes in, because if you're with a chick, if you get with someone, you should basically already authentically be yourself. So if you get with a girl and you're like, listen, this is how I live my life. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing that. So if you want to be in it, we've got to compromise. We've got to work together. And if you can find a chick who was like that, would you say that'd be the kind of girl you'd date?
Yes, but it's easy to say that now. But then when you're like, you know, trip for somebody,
Yeah, true.
you just lose all logic. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
I
So it's
know.
like good being,
The emotion
You know, it's
does-
just good being on the
Very
sideline.
powerful.
It is.
It's good
It
watching,
is a
and
drug.
like-
It is a drug. Man.
And I've got a very close chick friend who always says I'm right, and she knows. She knows I'm always right. I
Yeah.
haven't spoken to her and speak to her, and she'll ask a question, give her an answer, still do the opposite, and then tell me, Lee, you were right. I know.
You're right.
But if it's myself, I'm always wrong.
Yeah. No, I feel that. I feel that. I feel like everybody, like, when you're like in that state, you're literally intoxicated.
Literally.
You're literally like, oh my god. This is, yeah, it's
Someone's
exhausting.
giving you attention.
It's actually exhausting just to think about, because
It really
like
is.
I've
It
been
really
in
is.
those states, but like it's good. When it's good, it's good. But when it's like, yeah. Alrighty, yeah. So
That's my answer.
no, I dig that. I dig that. You know, like I get it. Because like, well, yeah, that's good though, because then it means if you ever got with someone, you're already there's no surprises, because I know
No.
exactly what to expect.
Yeah.
It's like, this is
Yeah, you
it.
definitely should.
No
Like,
surprises. Just
you should almost. You don't have to tell the opposite person your most deepest, darkest secret, but something. You need to tell them something about yourself. What,
Yeah.
like makes you feel vulnerable to them.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
well,
Well,
that,
vulnerability in a
trust.
relationship definitely, yeah, like, well, yeah,
That's how
obviously
people-
falls into trust.
yeah, that's how people connect. Is through vulnerability.
Yeah.
well,
Break down
no,
walls to build
technically,
stronger
yeah,
ones.
you know.
Yeah. Oh, hey, you can be. We're being vulnerable right now.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Aren't we so relatable right now?
Did Buddy just real laugh, or am I tripping out?
It was more of like a cry,
So-
hysterical
oh,
cry.
okay,
Cry.
okay.
Ugh.
I was tripping for a second, and I was like, "Wow."
Do you want to have a drink or anything?
No,
We good?
for now. Yeah, next break.
Cool. Alrighty. So, now let's flip the switch. What is it that we or you, whoever we're asking, as individuals, have to offer in a relationship?
I'll go first.
You want to go first? Okay.
Logic. No, but seriously, like, I feel like sometimes you walk into a room and people are talking, you just have to be quiet, because it's like they're just not making logical sense. And
Yeah.
and I'm not talking any political or anything like that. It's more just like
This
everyday
what people
conversation.
say,
It's
yeah.
like, how do you even survive?
Oh yeah.
Like, you know?
And yeah, and I feel like when people are in relationships and stuff, like anyone, like it's not just a male or female, like people have relationship like problems. Like I don't know, like people tell us about the relationship problems. Like
Yeah, no,
I've got
yeah,
dirt on
yeah.
so many relationships.
me
I
too.
know, like so much dirt, but because they're in that state, they don't see it. But you're listening. You're like, you know that you're literally not making sense right now. They're like, oh, I think I am. Yeah, you're right. But then they keep doing it anyway. You're like, okay.
But that comes back to our previous point of like when you're intoxicated, you
Yeah.
just don't care.
Yeah.
You want people to like have sympathy for you, and you feel like I'm gonna do that, but then you just
Yeah.
do the opposite.
You know, I think that's also like another perk of like being alone and single is you watch all the drama manifest from all the other relationships, and you just pull out the popcorn and just watch it, because at the end of the day, like if someone tells you something about the
I've
relationship,
had my fair share of
Hey,
watching
hey,
that.
literally,
but how
it's
many
their
times have we sat there and be like, and said to each other, oh my God, Leo, oh my God, Scott, this isn't going to happen. And then in the next 6 months, it's literally been unfolded in front of our
Yeah,
eyes.
well,
Like,
oh my God. But if it's someone else's relationship, you actually can't do anything as a bystander. All you can do is just chime in if they ask, and then just watch.
And then the people that do get in their business is just like.
That's just
Or-
don't
or
get
you
into people's
get- or you get
relationships.
asked to be the
It's
kid
weird. It's
involved
weird,
in other
man.
people's
Like,
shit.
just let two people duke it out.
Dude.
Duke it
Quite
out.
literally. Duke it
Yeah,
out.
or not literally, if you're in a relationship, but verbally, literally. Wow.
Moving on.
Okay, let's move on. Okay, so yeah, I see what you're going for though, like logic and understanding, and
Yeah.
just being straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, like, yeah, this is what we have to offer, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. What we're doing. Okay, so yeah, I see what you mean with like that, because I'm logical, but I'm also like, I like to be really straight with like the girl I'm with, like. You know, if I always say, like, if I do, like, actually like a girl, you know, obviously I'm going to, like, try to pull some kind of, like, when I say pull moves, I mean, you know, get to talk to them, get to know their name, get to know them, etc., etc. And if I get to know them just a little bit, if I like them, I will pretty much just make it known. I'll be like, hey, you know, you want to go out, or I do like you, or something. Doesn't always work out, but I just do it, because you got to just do it straight away, right? You got to just, if you think about it, you just got to do it. So what do I have to offer? Well, you know, same kind of deal. You know, like, what if they've got their life and they've got like hobbies and things they like to do? I would never ever refrain them from like not doing them. You know what I mean? Like, if you got a hobby, you love to, like, some weird hobby obscure, go for it. I'll help you. Well, I'll watch you do it, you know, like, but I wouldn't do it because it might not be my hobby. And also,
It's showing interest in your partner.
well, it shows
Yeah.
interest, and you're letting them like grow and do what they want. But I would also expect like the same return, because I have my hobbies. I have things I like to do. I like to, you know, keep like not keep to myself, but, you know, keep doing my things. So yeah, I just want, I guess, freedom. And just like a safe place where you can just be yourself and do what you need, you know.
You got to have hobbies, and then you've both got to, you know, appreciate each other.
Exactly. Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. So just like that, just like that, something like that.
I'd say I'm sort of the same with like stuff like that. Yeah, like
Bradley.
I'd say I'm in a similar light to like what you guys were saying just then. Like, I feel like I bring a lot of logic to the table and whatever. Like, I'm still, you know, obviously you still have emotions and things like that. You can't really help that, but you can recognize and see things and whatever. Have you guys found that, like, I've had this happen, like, actually a few times.
I'm sorry, I just fully like burp. I'm trying to do it in the mic.
Morty.
Going?
Yeah, you kind of like you see each other for a bit and whatever, and like what you're going on dates and etc. Blah blah blah, and like I found that like I'll let them know like, yo, I think you're cool and whatever, and I like you,
Yeah.
and it's like, yeah, where do you see this
Yeah.
happening? And like I find I've found quite a few people have like, I don't know, they just like get cold feet with it pretty hard, and like I understand if you're not looking for a relationship or whatever, but it's just like,
Let you know.
I am.
Yeah. You know what? And that's good though, because like you're being honest with them and you're being upfront about what you want. Because here's the thing, like with this kind of thing as well, like you got to be upfront with what you want, and you got to be honest with yourself about what you want too. Because then if you do that, then reality will play out how it's supposed to. Like if she doesn't want to be with you, then don't endlessly try to pursue her or change her mind because she doesn't want to be with you. The best thing you can say is no worries, because even, you know, this is like the saying, if you like sewing or love sewing, let it go, blah blah blah,
Yeah.
it'll come back,
Blah, blah,
blah blah blah. Exactly, that's it. Blah blah blah. But,
that's what it is.
It
Blah,
is
blah,
blah blah blah. You just blah 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 your way through it. Like, oh yeah, that's cool. Oh, that's my second divorce. Okay. Blah blah blah. My way through
And
two
you'll
divorces.
be the one to have two divorces.
Hey, I haven't been married once yet.
I almost thought you said you'd been married once. I was like, wait.
No.
Wait.
You would know.
I know. That's why I was spinning out. But I'm back to reality.
Back-
Michael,
reality.
46, divorced 4 times, 12 children.
Anyway.
But going on what we're talking about there though, like talking about, so I think it's actually really important too. So just say you like a girl and you say, "I like you," and she doesn't like you. Now gets to a tricky point in every guy because you got 2 options. Either A, you can say to the girl, "Okay, see you later," you know what I mean, or B, she might say, "We can be friends." And now, this is a very delicate territory because if you're a guy and you say, "I want to be friends," you cannot say to her, "I want to be friends," with the intention of your mind that you're going to win her over something eventually.
Yeah, definitely.
You have to make that peace of yourself.
Yeah.
You have to,
Yeah.
even if the chick is like if you want to be friends with her, you got to let that go and just, because if you be friends with her, she's going to date other guys. She's going to do this
Literally.
and that. And
But you also don't want it shoved completely in your face or harassed when you're going to get a girlfriend and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
no, I know what you
You
mean.
just want to...
Well, like, but that's what I mean.
Hang
Like,
out,
put it this
you know?
way: if you're gonna be friend, you gotta be honest with yourself. But if you
Yeah.
still like the girl, then it's probably best just not to, because then you're kind of being dishonest with her, and then that's not really a good friendship.
No.
No,
And yourself.
and yourself. Yeah, it's bad for yourself too. Like, move on, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. I
Don't
love it. I love
Don't
that.
worry.
Scott. That's,
But,
oh my
I
God, I
was-
almost swore then.
You can swear.
I know, but
Yeah.
I'm trying not
If it's
to. I'm
excessive,
trying my
we'll
hardest
leave it.
not to swear.
Okay.
But that's for other platforms.
Yeah.
You know, bro, fuck it.
Oh, now I definitely can't swear because you've used my swear up.
It's like
No.
if
the PG-13.
And I don't want...
Yeah,
my
if
word's not
Deadpool
that.
was
My
in
word
an
starts
MCU
with a
movie.
C.
Yeah.
So moving on to our worst date experiences, I'm going to go
Yeah.
first because I've sort of got
Yeah.
2 stories. One's a date and one's just like a really messed up situation.
Yeah.
So the messed up situation is I basically go out on a Friday night to a nightclub in the city, or Northbridge, with a chick mate and a dude mate. They were in front of me and went into the line. I'm not drunk, mind you, hadn't had a drink. Got ID check, and he looks at my ID, he looks at me, then like looks at my ID again. It's not like he's looking at I'm drunk. He's like really sussing me out.
looking at you as a
Yeah,
person.
all happened
Yeah.
in 5 seconds, mind you. And then he says to me, "Oh, sorry, mate, you're too drunk. You're gonna have to leave." So I'm pretty pissed off at this stage. So I go to the main guy holding a clipboard. He looks like the manager, and I'm telling him my sob story. And he's like, "Oh, I'll just go have a pizza and come back in 20 minutes, whatever." So I do that, and then when I get back, I full get grilled over this chick I was seeing, what actually ended up having a boyfriend, which I got told she'd broken up with. So yeah, I pretty much almost got bashed at a nightclub because of a chick. So that was interesting, considering I'm
Yeah.
the nicest person. I would never
Yeah,
actually
that's not
fight
good.
anybody.
And what? It wasn't even the boyfriend. It was
No,
like
it was like they knew my name. They literally
Yeah.
knew my name and face.
Yeah,
Like they
wow.
knew my whole
Yeah.
name and everything.
That's not good.
Like,
And you know what? Like, in those scenarios, people...
because he was a security guard there. I
Yeah.
must put that in there. He was a security guard at this nightclub.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have to put that in there.
No, yeah. But you know, and if he bashed you as well, that wouldn't be fair, because
No.
people,
'Cause I didn't
when
know.
people cheat, the person they cheated on really isn't, like, obviously they shouldn't have done it if they did know, but if they don't know, then they're literally just out of it, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
no, yeah.
Yeah, so that's not good.
And then
more of an accessory than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Accessory to
Yeah, yeah,
accessory to adultery.
yeah, so
All right.
that was an interesting situation.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then my other situation was an actual date. Went on so was seeing this girl for a little while. It was like our 4th or 5th date. You know, yeah, about a month or so together. Well, seeing
Where
each
did
other.
you
not
meet her
together.
online?
Yeah, met her on. I can't remember the
Was
app.
it like Happen?
Happen? Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Happen.
Happen. Right. So
Happen.
one of the few like starting off good experiences on online dating, but you know, seeing this girl for a little bit, going on a date. She's on her phone, but like she's openly. I don't care if she's on her phone, mind you. It's the fact that she's literally on Plenty of Fish, Tinder, and Happen all at the same time, all different times, because I literally seen her openly looking at it. So I've pretty much gone quiet at this stage because I didn't know how to react, and I was living with this fella at the time. So I've gone and had a shower, and I've gotten back to ours because she was sleeping over the night, and I've literally rung him because I didn't know what to do, because like I'm the sort of person that will say something, but I just didn't want to be angry.
Yeah, it's
so
awkward.
I rang him.
It's an awkward
It was really
situation.
awkward. So yeah, I ended up questioning her about it, and then she full on just like was apologetic and blah blah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I still let her stay over,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
shouldn't have done that because I was an idiot. Because she just. Yeah.
Like sometimes you just don't know what to do. You're just like, oh,
Yeah,
look,
it was
you
a
can
pretty.
sleep.
It was a quite a interesting
Yeah.
situation.
I just want to cuddle you the whole night.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember
I
that.
do love my cuddles, so
But Lee,
just throwing that out there.
I gotta throw you under the bus with another story.
Oh, no.
Because I find this one funny.
Have I got 3? You better
Yeah.
have at least.
I don't even
I've got-
think I have like a terrible story with a date.
I've got a couple, but Lee, no, I like this one though. This is one of my favorites. You going to Jamie Oliver?
Oh.
Yeah, please tell this one. I love this one.
Okay, so yeah, another chick.
Was that when we were living together too?
Yeah, so had
guy.
a little bit of luck, but well, not really, because stupid at the same time. Because go to Jamie Oliver and he's got like these decoration tomato things. What are probably like.
Like what, can of tomatoes?
Yeah.
Like cans of tomatoes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And, like they were sealed, and I opened it because I thought it was like a thing you try or whatever.
But they put it they put it on your table though, right? Because
Yeah.
you ordered like a platter.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they stand it on top of the platter as like a display.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And so
And then I promptly ate the display because the chick and me were discussing whether it was edible or not. And being a male, I'm gonna
did the
say
can did the can have a ring?
yeah, it had a ring.
So
So,
you-
I opened it, but
okay.
like it was it was like the can was faded and everything. Like it was meant to look old and like
Yeah.
because you're at a fancy restaurant, everything looks nice.
Yeah.
And you got this out of so I'm like, I'm gonna try it, and yeah, it was very gross. And then
So
the
you
waiter.
wait the one old looking thing.
Yeah. And then the waiter come over and he like the waiter literally and the chick, they both literally lost it at me. Which,
Yeah.
I got a second and third date after that, but I didn't
Hey,
get past the first.
I feel like you earned it after that.
Yeah. Well, it was funny, I made her laugh.
Yeah. And hey, that's all it takes sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
Thank you,
That's
Scott.
good. No worries. I had to chime it in. I was hoping you would say, but when you didn't, I was like, yes. Just trying to. Okay, so I got one day that comes to mind. This is only one day I had. It was very brief, but the girl actually reached out to me. She I posted like this is like what 2012, 2013, a long time ago, and I posted like a ukulele video on Facebook. Yeah, as you do. And like one of my mates commented on it, and then a girl who my mate was friends with messaged him and said, "Hey, who's your friend?" And he messaged me like, "Oh, hey man, like this guy." It was Jared. He's like, "Hey man, this girl's asking me about you." I'm like, "Oh yeah, checked her out. She seemed like cool. She seemed nice and whatnot." I was like, "Yeah, sure." So messaged her, like picked her up. I think we went to Dome. I went for a stage. I just went to Dome.
The Dome.
Dome.
Dome,
Classic,
yeah.
typical
Dome.
hipster date.
And everything was going all right for the most part. Like, we're just talking and getting to know each other. And then we're at Dome, and we're just having a conversation. And I'm talking, and I'm pretty sure I was just talking normally. I was just like, whatever. And she literally leans over the table and goes, "I'm sorry, can you just keep your voice down, please? It's very rude." And
I remember that.
Oh man! And you know what? Like, I'm not even mad that she said that because I know it's something I do talk,
when
but
it
it just
told
took
me.
me by surprise. I was like, "Oh, sorry," and I didn't end up singing her again, pretty much.
Because you were too loud.
That was it. Too loud.
Oh yeah, for the viewers out there, like we're all very, very loud people.
Yeah. Even
So-
if the microphones weren't right in the first two episodes, but
if
hopefully.
you've ever
Usually
meet us
I'm the
live or
quietest.
know
Yeah.
us,
But if we're in a place, you generally know we're there.
but if we're
you
having a
listen.
good combo, we get loud.
Oh yeah.
Even saying the most quiet isn't like saying much because I'm still pretty loud.
Oh yeah.
So like these two are extra loud.
Yeah.
Extra. Read all about it. These two motherfuckers are loud. There's no doubt about it.
So I do have like another date. It wasn't actually a bad date, but things went wrong. If you know what I mean.
I probably do because you told me. Part.
Well, you know what? You knew this one because this is when we lived together too. Do you remember? Do you remember when we first moved in together? Okay, so when we first moved in, and I literally had a girl message me on Instagram, right? Like randomly inbox me on Instagram, slip in my DM, "How you doing?"
At this stage, I'm tripping out because this is now two different girls have like contacted him and then I'll let him get.
Yeah. But like the thing was like at first I thought it was like a spam because if you're a dude on Instagram, you're always gonna get those spam messages from like the like good like model chicks and whatnot. And this chick like had like professional photos and stuff, and I thought it was a scam. But then I talked to her a little bit, and turns out she was real, and she just came across me from whatever.
Real women? Oh my god.
Yeah, they're real. They're real. But yeah, when we had
Holy shit. I'm perplexed. Anyway, sorry, go on.
well, so yeah, she messaged me, and like we met up for a date in the city, and we really like got on and stuff. And then like I literally drove to the city and parked in, and then she like lives in the city, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna walk home, and I was like, oh. Let me drive you. Whatever. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, you shot? Like, yeah. I can't let a lady walk through the city. Whatever. Then I go and then when we walk into my car, it starts like raining, like coming down hard. And then I get to my car, and my front tire is completely flat. It's like not even just like popped out. It's like it was burst. I'm like, what the hell? And the thing is, I've said up until this point, I had never changed a tire before in my entire life. Never ever. Not even like I've been shown, but I've never done it. And then I had this girl, and then like I'm trying to be all like macho and shit. I'm like, oh yeah, don't worry, I'll get it. I'm just struggling hard in the rain, and it's pouring down, and she's sitting inside. But then like I actually had a security guard come along in a security car, and he's like, you okay, mate? I'm like, and then he gave me a hand, and that was cool. But yeah. That was just something I was just like,
So
oh my
you
god.
still don't know how to change a tire.
No, I know how to change them now. I've changed a few now. Like 3. Yeah. And just like, I ended up driving her home. We went on one more date, and then she decided that she didn't want to date anymore, and I said, okay. And that was it. That's the end of it. But that first date was pretty funny. Alrighty, Bradley. What do you got?
Well, I don't have like a crazy like date, like specific date story or anything.
Here's Bradley saying he's never been on a bad date.
No.
Every day he's
I'm
been
not
on
saying
just perfect because it's with him.
Bradley.
Yeah, no.
So yeah, if you want to date him, he's a perfect date.
Yeah, totally. Let's go with that.
Okay.
No.
All right. Shoot.
Yeah, I've been on a few like fine dates or whatever. They're like fine. It's just like, yeah, as we were talking about before, the communication, how I'm like, I like you and stuff like that. And like I look to pursue things. There was like, this person I was seeing like, I don't know, it was a couple of years ago at this point, I think. Yeah. And like, yeah, basically it was going on really good. We were seeing each other for like a month or whatever. I was like, yeah, you know, if you want, we continue this or whatever. And then they were just kind of like it was just completely out of the blue. They were just like, oh, yeah, nah, like, see ya. I was like, what the hell? And then they were like, oh.
No explanation, or?
There was literally like no explanation. Just like, yeah, I'm not feeling it.
That's fair.
I hope you understand. Like, it's totally fair.
Yeah.
I wasn't anything about
Yeah.
it. Like,
At least they told you as well. At least they said I didn't just ghost you.
and like,
Ghost.
and I was like, you know, like they offered to still be friends with me and stuff like that after it was all said and done. I was like, you know, honestly, no, because like I've had these feelings for you. They're not going to go away.
Yeah.
And like, I'd rather, you know, we be just two separate entities that just had a, you know.
Yeah, a good moment together.
Yeah,
a
good moment
in
together.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. That's that that emotional accountability I was talking about, you know? You got to know.
Yeah. And they had like brought up like, it'll be sad because like I've gotten to know like some of your friends and stuff like that, so I won't be just losing you and stuff like that, blah blah blah. I was like, okay, whatever.
That's
That's
how it
like,
works.
who cares, right? But I literally,
It's how
yeah,
it goes down.
I folded a bit because I was, you know, feelings are still there, and you know, intoxication via the heart. Yeah, and then like literally, they had like messaged. They'd started to message somebody on Facebook who's like technically related to me or whatever. So basically, like, yeah, I had like a family gathering thing because it was like an event or whatever, and then they were there, and then they got to know this relative, like, it's a relative in law, so don't worry. And yeah, like, basically he told me because, like, he didn't, like, we just came out of it, and they were basically texting him, like, being like, yo, let's whatever. And yeah, I was just like sorry, prior to this I'd actually been like, no, I'm not talking to you anymore, see ya, because this is messing with my brain too much, and you're just not good for me, so see ya. And then that happened. So I know in myself that, like, they only wanted to, like, continue being friends with me or whatever. And also the breaking up happened because, like, there were better people around to, like, go latch onto, sort of thing, like, you know?
You see,
This person wasn't like,
and you know, they kind of like, I don't know, it's like, if you're with a person and then, like, you just start dating a person and then you get attracted to one of their friends or whatever, that is something that can happen and does happen, but you should be honest about it still. It goes back to honesty and communication.
Yeah.
You know, you could date a person for like a month, be like, hey, I'm not feeling it, but
your friend over there.
But you know what I mean, it does
Like,
happen.
I would much rather a chick do that to me than just play her.
Yeah.
You know? And vice versa. It doesn't just happen one way, actually.
Oh,
Well, yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah. And then that's when you say to her, like, you got any single friends?
But
And the circle of life continues.
my biggest, like... Can we say turn on?
You can say turn on.
My biggest... wait. Now I've lost what I was going to say.
Something about getting turned on?
no,
Or your biggest turn on?
Yeah, no, but I've forgotten what it was.
You've forgotten your biggest turn on.
I forgot my biggest
Oh
turn
my
on.
God, Lee. That's...
I love it.
Oh my God.
That's how hard I'm to crack. I don't even
You know what my
that.
biggest turn on is, guys?
What?
That little bit of serotonin you get when you see people clicking the like button on a YouTube video.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Just remember, guys, you will get so many synapses in your brain just like going.
Yeah, you will.
If you just press like and subscribe. And, like, if you leave a comment as well, you might be able to get into an argument in the comments, and that is so fun.
Yeah. And if you hit the alarm bell, then you will be...
Notified when somebody's making a comment back at you so you can keep commenting.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna have
Just
some
do
slash
everything,
polls.
guys. Everything, please. All right. I think we covered, like, a lot of bases about what we want
What
out
we
of a
look
relationship.
for, what we have to offer.
Yeah, and I feel like people watching would probably have a decent idea, hopefully. So now that we have that understanding, let's have a look at these results and let's see if the 5 love languages quiz lines up with what we've been talking about. Sorry, someone's going to have to hold this for me.
No, you're all good. Yeah.
Hold my beer. Hold my beer while I try and reel in this catch.
So, yeah, the love languages again, just a reminder, words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. Now at the back here, let's see, I'm just going to get the thing open. We got the little...
It was that one, right? You got the answers.
Yeah, the answer's there. All right, so let's open you first, Bradley.
Hold that.
No. Just hold it for me. Please, 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 please hold it for me. Thank you. All right. So, Bradley. Now, in here, you answer... Pretty much we got answers A to E, and each one represents a love language.
So, A equals the words of affirmation, B is the quality time, C is receiving gifts, D are acts of service, and E is physical touch.
Yep. All right, Bradley. And it says in the book that the 2 highest numbers are your 2 prominent love languages. So you got 12. This is out of 30, by the way. There's 30 answers. So these are out of the 30. So out of 30, Bradley, you got 12 for B, which is quality time.
Makes sense. I do love just the just being around a significant other and, like, just being in each other's existence is just good.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like that lines up pretty well what you've been talking about. So You got that one?
Good job, I passed. Oh my god, oh my god.
And then the rest of the numbers, it's very interesting actually, because the next three numbers, we got E, which is the next highest one, which is 7. E7, and E is physical touch. So you like that touchy feely stuff. You like it, do you, Bradley?
Yeah, I love
I really want to touch him, but I'm too far away.
No, but
yeah, just like literally anything, like just like a caress or like a hug, and like, you know, someone tries to pull one of those like slick moves on you with it, like, oh yeah.
Okay, after that, the rest are pretty interesting because you got 5 and you got A and C, which is like 5 and 6. A is words of affirmation, and C is receiving gifts. So you got kind of even. But in D, which is acts of service, you've got 0. So according to this, acts of service.
Like, acts of service are cool and everything, but like that's not what's gonna make me be like, oh my god, this person's amazing, because they literally just do everything for me.
Yeah. Well, Bradley, just so you know, I appreciate your acts of service, like holding my microphone right now.
Thank you. I like to give acts of service. I'm very giving
but
like that.
But he doesn't like receiving them, so don't do service. I don't even know what I'm talking about. All right, let's go on to me. Let's go on to me now. I got the S for envelope. Alrighty. So, okay, this is interesting. So, because you literally got like one like over 10. My highest one is 8. So I got A8, which is words of affirmation. Yeah. Okay. No, I can see it because
This guy loves getting praised.
It's like a little good boy, Scott. Oh, I'm such a good little boy.
Oh my god, I'm so good.
I don't know if it's so much affirmation as it is confirmation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like
bit of both.
because sometimes I've been with partners and I'm like, it's like I'm questioned whether they actually like, you still like me, right? Like you still like you get the question like, you still like me, right? It's like
You'd still love me if I was a toad or something.
yeah, exactly.
Right?
You know what I mean? But like so, and you know when they say, hey, you're doing it, if you do something good, and you're like, woohoo, you know, like that's cool too. So but then my second highest one was B, was 7, and that is quality time. So yeah, same kind of deal. You know, we hang out and they give me compliments. You know,
It sounds like it's ideal. Yeah.
No, but also as well, like what this is, I feel like that's something I have to offer too. You know, I would show someone support if they're doing something. I'd be like, hey, I see you doing that thing. You know what I mean? Like I see you.
I see you.
And then afterwards it goes interesting because then I've got E, which is physical touch for 6, and then D 5, so pretty even. D is acts of service, and then C, which is receiving gifts. I got that as 3, and I'm not huge on like gifts and stuff like that, like maybe birthdays and Christmas, but like, and you know I've actually had past relationships as well where then this has been like a fault of mine where I've literally bought too many gifts just because I can. Like I bought coffee and I bought this and bought that just because like I'm getting it. So, and then after a while, if you give too many gifts, eventually the gifts aren't really special. They're just things that you're handing to the person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First-hand experience.
It's true, though. It is actually true.
Yeah.
The more you give, the more people want to take.
All right. This is the one I'm most curious for. I'm most curious. Let's
Yeah,
go.
for real. Hey,
Yeah.
we have no idea.
I deep thought about it.
We all did this quiz before the show.
Yeah.
But we're only just finding out the results.
Yes. All right, Lee. Okay. Same deal. Nothing over like 10. You got the highest on that one, Bradley. So your highest number, Lee, is 9 with B, which is quality time.
Yep.
Yeah, that would make
Nothing
sense.
beats quality time.
Yeah, and you know, quality time is literally like, even if you're just doing nothing together, that's quality time.
Yeah.
Because you're spending time together.
That's the best quality time.
It
Is complete silence. Not complete silence. Complete aloneness. So if you can find somebody else to be complete alone with, it's great. I haven't found that yet though.
I'm sure they're out there somewhere. They could be watching this right now. Someone who's completely alone watching this video. Lee single.
Hey, we're all single, thank you.
Yeah, we're all single. I should put that. We're all single. Okay, and your next one, you got 8, which is words of affirmation.
Oh yeah.
How do you feel about it? You think that's accurate?
Yeah.
Yeah? What's a good affirmation? Like, what's something a chick could say to you if you were together that would actually make you feel like, oh, like chirpy?
When they say something and follow through with it, and not just that is because I'm very good at seeing when people are lying, because like it's just
Like when
it's
they
just
say
really easy
something
for me
and
to
they
do.
mean it?
Yeah, basically
Just truly being
yeah,
genuine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like rather,
So-
I get you because
that's why
like
logic and genuine are my
Yeah.
two
this
top
ties
priorities.
back to the gifts thing that Scott was saying just before, that like, you know, you give so many things over a certain amount of time and whatever, it becomes not special. Affirmations and things like that, after a while you can start getting pretty like NPC with it. So like it's like, oh no, I really do think you're special, and like and like this and that, and whatever. Rather than like,
when you're in a relationship, you want to feel wanted. There's no point in just like being in a relationship, especially like as I was saying, sitting on the outside. You watch people just be in a relationship, and you're like you're just watching them waste time in front of you.
Especially when you can just see.
Everybody
you're
can
like,
see it, and then and then
it's
somebody
over.
else says it to you. Oh, have you seen this? And you're like, oh my god, okay, now
It's
this is
over,
real.
guys.
We know, it's over. You know,
over.
when your girlfriend at the time's messaging me, your best friend, to do things, and that, you know, it's over.
Like do
She's
things.
trying-
Do things to help. Like asking you for advice.
literally asking, how to save something.
Yeah, you know, you're watching like, this is bad. This is not good. I get what you mean.
that's not good.
Okay, and your lowest one was C, which is receiving gifts.
Yeah.
So it's same kind of boat. Like gifts can be kind of redundant when.
Yeah.
And you know what? Sometimes as well, you got to think.
And look,
People-
gifts are nice.
Gifts are
especially
nice.
when they're like thought out, or like it's made
Yeah.
me think of a person. Or
It's like, oh, I
stuff like
thought of
that.
you, so I got you
That's,
this.
That's a genuine
Yeah.
interaction, and that's like a special moment.
But if it's like, hey, sorry, I yelled at you. Here's a gift. That's like, ooh, you know, like. Like you don't forgiveness gifts can be, and you know what, if you have a fight and you give them a gift as like a sorry, that gift is a physical embodiment of the fight you had, and every time they look at it, they will remember that.
Literally.
That's something to think about. That is
Just like, you know, you give somebody your time, you just want it back. That's all I ask for. I don't care about gifts or stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, put as much effort as I'm putting in, or
that's exactly right.
That's exactly it.
Or put 100% effort into yourself and go somewhere else and do that somewhere else.
Yeah, do whatever like makes you the happiest.
Yeah.
the best version.
Yeah,
Exactly.
The best
Because
version of
We know
yourself.
we're
You can
the best
see it.
versions
You
of
can
ourselves
definitely
every day. So why not
Yeah.
be the
You
best
can
version
see
of
it.
yourself?
And we don't always succeed, but at least we're trying.
Yeah.
Right. Now we're trying.
Yeah. Cool. Alrighty, guys. Well, I think that about wraps up the episode. What do you reckon?
Yep. I've had enough of talking about love.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I'm going to go back to being single and eating a whole pot of macaroni cheese on the couch.
All my Skittles.
Alrighty. So, who wants to send us off?
I did the last episode.
You know, I don't think I've done one yet.
I open, so.
You open. I'll shut. Alrighty, guys. Well, hopefully you have watched all the way through. If you're watching this right now, that means you have. So thank you. Thank you. And hopefully this has been interesting for you, and maybe you've learned something yourself. Maybe, I don't know. What do you think, Bradley? What do you think the audience got out of this?
What you got out of this is
The book again.
You just want the book?
yes, the name of the book.
Yeah.
I actually would recommend reading this.
I would too, guys. Like, I'll put it there again.
I've only read briefly, like bits and bobs from each chapter. It's quite.
And this book as well actually is good. It's not just getting to know relationships with other people, but it's knowing
It's not one of those
the
pickup
relation-
scheme books.
No,
from,
it's not a pickup
by
scheme.
a creepy director
Yeah.
who just thinks like.
It's more getting
No.
to know yourself.
It's getting to know yourself, and that is the most important person that you can know. So, thank you again for watching, and remember, guys, to like, subscribe,
comment.
give that bell, and send us any emails, send us anything. We want to see it. Until
The email will be down the bottom.
the email is down the bottom,
Yep.
and I'm also going to put a thing after this, and it's going to have all our info on it. So
Sweet. All that
catch
stuff.
that in 3, 2,